Welcome to Cohort 20's demo day for Holberton School Australia. So we're going to start off with a Q&A with Daniel Mastrorillo. Daniel's a software engineer at Atlassian and he also runs a small business in tech mentorship, and we've been lucky enough to have him as a mentor for this cohort. He's going to have a chat with Adam and we'll hear about his experience in mentoring people in technology, his opinion on Holberton, and also his experience with this cohort here.
I've mentored a lot of people for several months, and the self-taught, even the people that come out of university, they might have a lot more of that technical know-how, but I felt that the cohort from Holberton was just a level beyond junior engineer, which is insane because they've only been doing it for 9 months and they've come from completely different careers. So that was impressive.
We're then going to have our first project presentation from Tulip, which is a bit of a new take on a dating app.
I welcome you to Tulip, where connections blossom.
The first time you visit our website, you will be greeted by our homepage, and on your mobile, it will function like a regular app. To use our features, you can either log in or sign up. We take in an email and password, and we'll do some validate user input to ensure the correct formatting. Once you're in our Tulip app, we'll use your registration information to suggest some potential matches. Here we are. So you can browse the recommended users and click more to have more details about this person. We want every decision to be well considered, so we encourage users to know more about others before they start the conversation. And you can check your invite, sent and received invites in the invite list. And now it's decision time. Not interested? Decline, and we will disappear from your list. Otherwise, I like this guy, so just accept, and it will take you to the chat room. And it's important to know that once you're in the chatting room, once you start your chatting, you won't be able to get back to the match page to browse other users, which enables you to concentrate to getting to know the people without any distractions. Okay, I'm not interested, I want to move on. Just to click the disconnect button, and then you will back to the match page and can continue browsing.
The next project is Giddy Up, which is a ride share app, which was the brainchild of Brian, who was sick of the congestion on the roads and wanted to make a solution.
We are immensely proud of what we have been able to produce over the last couple of weeks. Giddy Up, Australia's #1 carpooling solution.
I want you to meet Betty the Seahorse. This is a representation of our principal user story. Betty may look like a cartoon seahorse, but in fact she is an environmentally conscious working professional who commutes to Melbourne. She values social interactions and she is keen on reducing her carbon footprint. So Giddy Up is the app for her. She navigates to the landing page and can see that there are heaps of benefits to carpooling. Betty is really security conscious and she likes to use websites that implement Auth0, given that it's a widely used and secure service. She arrives at a dashboard and among other things, she can see some personalized user statistics, which might look something like this had she been using the app for a while. She's going to search for a trip for this Monday, and when the trip results come back from the database, they include information about the driver. Now, safety is really important for Betty, so she's quite glad to see that these driver profile cards include heaps of information that help her to establish a trustworthy identity. Things like name, photo, LinkedIn link, ratings, level of engagement with the app, but most importantly, it states whether the driver's profile is verified or not. So for full verification, the profile would need email, phone, and license to be verified. When she books a ride, the dashboard updates to display the booked trip, and the card now contains the driver's phone number so she can be in contact with them. Also, she can cancel a trip if she needs.
After each presentation, we'll have time for Q&As as well. It's actually a really good time for you to dive deeper into what they've done.
One of the major, road bumps that we had was our matching algorithm. As we started to implement more and more filters, we had a couple of hiccups here and there. For example, when we initially built it, we considered our own preferences, but we didn't consider the other way around. We weren't able to implement that after we realised. And then just a couple little things like, for example, setting your gender preference to your own gender. We would accidentally pick up our own profiles and be able to see ourselves in the list of matches. But yeah, I think we managed to correct most of those little bugs.
I'm a big ChatGPT fan. If there's something I can try to do with ChatGPT, I will, because I'm curious about how it works and how much I can actually get out of it. So we use ChatGPT in particular in terms of AI technology. It was really handy for populating all the dummy data in our database, so I was able to create a prompt with different starting and finishing destinations and user IDs and those sorts of things, and then show a template of how I wanted the data to come out, and then said populate it with every possible combination. And it produced a JSON string that I could directly input into the MongoDB in a matter of 20 minutes or something. It was pretty amazing. So that was a really big time saver.
We'll then do graduation certificates after both presentations and the Q&As, and then we'll finish with drinks and foods. There's plenty of drinks in there. That's the layout of the night, and that's the context of why we're here, the context of Holberton, and also the people here. Thank you so much again for coming. We really appreciate it. And well done to Cohort 20.